Hey guys, KiwiSylveon, and welcome to Cinderella Phenomenon. We're back and into chapter 5, which I believe starting in chapter 6 is when all the roller coasters. Sorry about that. My mic came undone. Oh, this is going to be fun. Anyway, let's get into this and prepare for the roller coaster that awaits us. A week has passed, and my days have been uneventful. I spent most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around Angielle every day that he's able. Most of the time, I actively try to keep him out of the Leverton home so that Delora can continue her investigation. Apparently, this is the only way she'll let me help. At least she promised she'd tell me everything tonight. Well, this is a little hard to explain, but Alcester is hiding something. Delora, I already know that. You didn't let me finish. When I said something, I mean everything. There are no clues here. Wait, before you throw that pillow at me, I really do have to tell you something. I know how Varg knew we'd left to go back to the Marken. Somebody put wards on this house. That somebody is alerted whenever someone crosses a threshold in and out of this place. Is that person a witch? Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. Do you think that Varg put up these wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up these wards. The wards are nothing like I've ever seen. They're like fine silk strands are all around the house. Like a cobweb. Right. But you know what else I found? The web's not as strong around the back door. The door that Varg took us through. That means we have a way out. A way out that will allow us to leave without Varg being notified. I don't think he'll appear unless the witch who put the webs around the house finds out I'm gone. How do we know that the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. I lean against the wall of the alleyway where I agreed to meet with Delora to catch my breath. I can't believe that worked. She had sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she had made sure the witch wasn't going to come to the Leverton household when I left. Fritz said that he was tired from all the training he had done earlier in the day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the home. She's taking longer than I thought she would. Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora? What have I told you about wandering off? Crap. Hi. Suddenly Varg is standing before me with a snide smile on his face. Hi. How did he know? Delora said he couldn't be the witch that put up the wards. We have to stand our ground. Be a strong woman. He works for Sir Alcester. He won't hurt me. I don't know how the witch plays into all this and what his relationship is with them, but I have faith. Sir Alcester doesn't want me harmed. Oh, this is a surprise. Who knew a sheltered little princess would have a backbone? I'm going to throw my shoe at you. In this case, your bravado is stupidity. Varg takes another step forward. Though we are not touching, I can feel the suffocation of his presence. I attempt to step back and realize that my back is already against the wall. There's nothing more I can do. You should be afraid of me. Poor little ignorant princess. If only you knew what was in store for you. Now's not the time to be coward. Be a coward. You've got a hiccup coming and it's right in the back of your throat. I hate that feeling. It's like it's coming and then it just sits in the back of the throat, putting pressure. Why don't you tell me then? Why don't you tell me then? Varg throws his head back and laughs. Sorry, it went out again. My mic has an issue. Screw you, Mike. You are always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask. Very nicely. How dare he? I like that divine look on your face, princess. Oh, hi. Hi. Varg moves closer, so close I can nearly feel his warmth. What is he doing? He's far too close. But I'll think I like the look of fear even more. Come on. I'm waiting, princess. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slams his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. Hi. He leans down towards me, his smile predatory, but I don't flinch away. Still so brave. I admit, I'm impressed. You're an interesting princess, and a lot more fun than I thought you'd be. As a thanks for the entertainment, I'll share a little something with you. Alcaster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he doesn't have The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. That man won't do anything that won't befit him in the future. What do you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Wait. Is that someone's for Mithros? Varg's eerie smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you can think for yourself. What does Sir Mithros want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out at this time of night? I needed some air. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot, his body tense. I feel a hand on my shoulder and realize, belatedly, that it is not Varg's. I'm pulled away from his grasp. Waltz? Quickly! Oh. Quickly. What? Varg is cut off as he defends himself when the sword suddenly strikes in his direction. I would keep a sword on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear of being skewered. That man, he was the one who was with Waltz when he was chased down the streets. His features are familiar. Is that Karma? Come on, Angelica. But we need to get you back to the market. You're not going anywhere, princess. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. Do I have to fight you clowns? Don't make me laugh. I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. Hello! That's a gun. What just happened? Did Varg... I turn around to check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. I don't want to be here. Hello. I've barely even stepped into the market before Delora pulls me into a hug. Nani? Thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma is still... Hello. Waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of the market. For a few moments, I'm struck blind. Hi! As the light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds on to the man who helped us earlier. Waltz, please get Rumpel right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Together we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now I can see the injured man more closely. I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma? Yes, he's badly injured. Parfait, what are you doing using the teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body. It was his cane. It was enchanted and I didn't think. Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Delora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. You would have killed him otherwise. I was right then. I should have gone. What's all the noise? I noticed that all my guys, especially Karma and Rumpel, are like, what's on the noise? Especially with... even... Varg is like that. The instant Rumpel sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumpel strides forward with a confidence I didn't expect. I need hot water and the bag Anise keeps in the kitchen. I'll grab it for you. Who's this man and what has he done with Rumpel? Rumpel recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose that's not important right now. I'm so glad to see you're safe, Princess. I've never seen Parfait look this tired. I think that was supposed to be in her thoughts. Parfait, are you hurt? Don't worry about me, Princess. I'll be fine. Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. Okay, what did I get for a text? Oh, Mamacita. Chris Evans! He's awesome. Oh! I saw the picture. My best friend texted me a picture of Chris Evans, who plays Captain America in the Captain America and the Avengers movies, and whoo boy, I'm going to go on a tangent later. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. What's going on? Delora? Why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come join you shortly. Dolores sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I'd have at the palace. I didn't know there was chocolate here. Anise thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Will Karma be alright? Foot falling asleep. Please don't. Rumpel is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. How did I know? I don't know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test. But now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They didn't have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They wouldn't have been hurt if they didn't come. I went to meet you, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the market and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. The only one to blame is Varg. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine. I'm just tired. Perfect takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Delora and I. Have you told her? No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alcaster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so after at the house after you left, Angelica. No one came, so I just walked out. But Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? But where would he have gone? Princess. Fritz is cursed. You know this, yes? Of course. He remembered me. But what does his being cursed have to do with anything? Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. I've been wondering why Varg is working for Alcaster. Then there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. But Fritz would never... It's only a theory. But more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person. Two personalities sharing one body. No. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turn to walk away. Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Delora, give her time. I don't go too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think and probably not hit Delora. That'd be the smart option. Fritz and Varg are the same? It's not possible. Why would Dolores say that? Princess! I'm just going to take a wild shot in the dark. Whoa! Hi! Wrong voice. Sir Mithros? Where did he come from? And how does he know who I am? Did Alcaster tell him? And Sir Mithros believed him. Let's just say for your safety that it is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could that be that? Could it be that? Sir Mithros is the someone Varg was referring to? Thank goodness you're alright. How does he know where I am? I'm so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on, with complete honesty, unlike those within the Marken. You shouldn't have left the Leverton home. It's too dangerous for you. Sir Mithros has not seen me since I've been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leverton home. So you remember that I'm the crown princess, Sir Mithros? I cannot lie to you, Princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. Nani? A witch? Father would never let a witch work in the palace. I feel the cogs in my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. The witch who set the alarm on the Leverton house, the person Sir Alcaster wants a favor from, and the person that he and Varg are working for. It's him? But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the Marken. Protect me? Those in the Marken have cursed you. It's unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you... Abduct me from Varg? Who's Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, Princess. I take a deep breath and look him in the eyes. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes. In that they inhabit the same body. Of course. Delora's right. So Delora was telling the truth. But it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all the knight who is meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the Marken are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be the crown princess in my place. Sir Mithros nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. And the Marken people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He's right. I believe you have been cursed because they see you as a threat to their true goals. Their true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I can't let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I should not fail you. Could it be true? Dolores and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom. And the curse is meant to teach me. And so what could what Sir Myth was saying be really true? What he says makes sense. You have to doubt him. But it can't be true. Right? I don't believe you. The people in the market are not... Would good people curse you? Even know how much you would suffer as a consequence. If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Dolores might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the market doesn't seem to think anything of it. I don't know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me. So why not ask them, Princess? Ask the Marken traitors if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. I go back to the market with dark thoughts swirling my head. There you are! We're worried about you. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Dolores. Why is it more difficult this time? Angelica, are you okay? Where's Parfait? Rumple and Waltz are seeing to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? How can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Do you know what happened after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Angelica, that's... Did she? Could Sir Mithras have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it feels to sleep out in the cold, without shoes, without food, not knowing if I ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what it's like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Dolores and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all that was going to happen, and you cursed me. And you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Angelica, I have my reasons. Very important reasons. Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Dolores' expression shows me that she's hiding something. She's been hiding something since the beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, Princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Dolores' face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes as well as the guilt. She doesn't need to say anything else. Dolores cursed me to hurt me. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me rather than just criticized my every move. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright. And those at the Marken all agree with that sentiment. Angelica, I'm serious. I just wanted to help you. Serious? When has she done nothing to help me? The answer is obvious. Dolores doesn't want me to succeed. They're not different. They're the same. They're the same as everyone else. Sir Mithras was right. I can't believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different. But I was wrong. I turned to leave. Angelica, wait. I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I notice that Sir Mithras stands firmly in the same place. As I draw nearer, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you all right? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There's anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? Ah! Hi. Rough night, huh? Ah! Where did Varg come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her Marken friends. I didn't have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any reason to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness doesn't come with a price. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mithras holds his hand out for me, but I don't take it. I instinctively take a step back. Sorry, my mic cut out again. Sorry about this. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. How? No one there will believe you. And you knew who I was right from the beginning. Why didn't you take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Preparations? You'll find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mithras? At this point, I'm not sure whom I am supposed to trust anymore. I would rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Varg, but I don't sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So, the princess knows, huh? Where's Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him for you? I'm not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me. I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. Oh, well, you know, because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs, but says nothing more when Sir Mithras turns to me. Princess, it's of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the Marken, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you. What's he talking about? Mother's dead. Tell me what it is. I can't talk about it here. Once you return to the palace, I'll tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make final arrangements. Varg will escort you to Leverton's, so you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, princess. Sir Mithras bows to me, but doesn't even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It's still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. Hey, in Carmen's route, you thought that they were two different people anyhow, and you thought that Chevalier was just the same person, so if we're following that, it should be the same flip the coin on this. Okay. His hair color, posture, and personality are all so different from Fritz's. How could that be the same person? Do I have something on my face? Yes, your mask. I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, princess. I bite. You don't. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in of itself. There's no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mithras' doing, then he won't let Varg hurt me. Mithras has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that's not strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of the mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mithras and Dollar have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger. One of the people I thought I knew best, but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse. But I've not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Yeah? You should really brush up on your fairy tales. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a low growl in his throat. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I try to step away, only to have my attempts thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You can't hurt me even if you wanted to. Fritz would never... Uh-oh. But I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for every single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment I stand there, shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner as if they're the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? We're supposed to... Well, we've obviously seen that he does kind of walk. He's kind of a puppy. Oh, he's the Cero of this game. I get it. He's the Cero. Why does he have that opinion of Fritz? If anything, Varg is the animal. Fritz is twice the man he is. Varg continues to walk forward, ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. See his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it doesn't faze me now. All this time I've been easy about you, even though it's your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrows at him, then take a confident step forward. This time it is Varg that shrinks away from me. Having to answer to Sir Mithras and Sir Alcaster chafe you, Varg? I suspect it does. I know that Fritz sometimes struggles with their commands as well. Unlike you, however, Fritz doesn't take his frustrations out on other people. He doesn't lash out at others by scaring them. And he certainly doesn't protect people by stalking them from the shadows. Varg's hands clutch over his cane as he glowers at me. You are always talking about the idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Angelica? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body? Well, sure, magic was the catalyst. But the other part of the magic... Well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great honorable knight. Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And you know what? I wouldn't exist. Was he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There was always something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz? Twisted and dark? I can't believe that. I think I know Fitzgerald a lot better than you do, Angelica. Don't think I act this way of my free will, at least not completely. I have these compulsions. The spark in Varg's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists, becoming something darker and anguished. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. You are meant to be asleep. Who is he talking to? Okay. Bink! Hello. Shifting shadows! Yay! We're just going to stare at the shifting shadows. I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. Darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as his figure fades into a black silhouette. Nani? Before I can decide whether to go to a side or not, the shadows tumble like a fallen cloak. Nani, hi! I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Of course. He's Two-Face! Fritz? Princess, what are we doing here? You don't remember? He places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly and he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there's this distant pain that woke me up. And now I'm suddenly here with you. Did Varg's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, Princess. My mind's a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning back to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better when I get some rest. You're right. Let's go back. Real tenseness coming back into my body as I remember all the things that had transpired at the Markin. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hand into the fist and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. My heart hardens. It's something cold and sharp as ice. The kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turned away to the market with conviction. I'm not meant to stay there. I must go back to where I belong. Yay! Angelica, are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Your personal maid left last night. Yes. Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls? Why would I lie about that? I'm sorry. Why? Because she betrayed your trust. Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place. But wasn't she with you for years? Yes. And you were not saddened by her change of heart? She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I'm not surprised, nor sad. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want. Princess, why are we here? He really doesn't remember anything about last night. Guess his memories must be truly separate from Varg's. Must truly be separate from Varg's. I've been trying to remember but my memories feel like they're slipping through my fingers. Why won't you talk to me, Princess? If I said or did something wrong yesterday, and I'm sorry. You didn't do anything wrong, Fritz. He was the one at fault, not you. He? When I open my mouth to tell him about Varg, I find that the words are stuck in my throat. I turn away after a few moments, the gloom settling back in my shoulders. But after hearing what Varg said, I don't have the courage to tell him. Not yet. You think Fritz is some great honorable knight. Well, if that's true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then, you know what? I wouldn't exist. Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, Princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life. And now here I am. Why won't you look at me? I've been fooled to so blindly trust Fritz all this time, too. Princess! Princess, you're here! Sir Mithros? The preparations are complete. You're now free to enter your old home. Sir Mithros pushes open the gates and walks through. I take a deep breath and then follow after him. I have so many emotions inside me right now that I can't even begin to parse through them. Before I take a few more steps forward, Fritz's fingers curl around my wrist. Princess, what's happening? The look in his eyes is familiar. He wears the same concern and worry for me that he always does. He sees every bit himself, but he's no longer the same person to me. I'm going home, Fritz. I pull my arm away from his grasp and follow Sir Mithros into the palace without looking back. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're starting off with this. Okay. Well, chapter 6 has started, and oh boy. I'm going to leave it here and immediately go back into it with the next recording session. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!